Shopify merchants can now sell Avalanche NFTs through online stores. What's up, guys? I'm T Shroom, in for the Investing Bros. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a dive on AVAX, the Avalanche token. And let's go ahead and start on coin market cap and just kind of do an overview. This coin Avalanche is right now ranked at number 18. As you can see, it's $11.50. Over the year, it's kind of come down kind of in the general trend of crypto. But overall, a decent market cap here with $3.5 billion. And as you can see here, it's just below Uniswap and just above Unis said Leo. So that's really, really cool. But let's get over to this pretty bullish fundamental story here involving Shopify and NFTs. Let's read ahead. Venly, a blockchain tech startup, announced the expansion of Avalanche support today through its Shopify NFT minting app. The Layer 1 AVAX blockchain platform, which is billed as a faster and cheaper alternative to top NFT platform Ethereum, was previously only accessible to select Shopify users, but it is now offered to any merchant on the platform. So really, really cool stuff. And here, guys, another thing that I wanted to point out is that the CEO of Shopify, CEO Toby Lutek, it's kind of a unique name there, is a Web3 advocate who also serves on the board of directors at crypto exchange Coinbase. Maybe you've heard of it, Coinbase. Been in the news quite a bit. So buyers won't need to have an existing Avalanche wallet to purchase an NFT, so they make it super convenient. According to Venly, nor do they need to handle cryptocurrency. Instead, they can pay with fiat, such as a credit card, and then they will receive a link to a newly created Avalanche wallet with freshly minted NFT inside, which they can then transfer elsewhere if they please. You might ask the question, is this really going to translate into a higher price for AVAX and for Avalanche? Time will only tell, but this is the kind of story that absolutely brings real attention to the space, higher transaction volume, and I got to be honest with you guys, I think this will be something that does permeate down into the price of AVAX. I'm going to throw it over to Tim, our TA expert here at the Investing Bros. Tim's going to do a little bit of a TA breakdown on AVAX. Tim, take it away.
Well, thank you, Tayshroom. Let's go ahead and jump onto the AVAX chart. This is really interesting with this fundamental update. You guys know from watching the channel, we're really big on technical analysis. But of course, when news pops in of this magnitude that there's more adoption coming, that gives us a little bit of excitement for saying, all right, where could we go on the charts? Let's start by talking about the fact that we've been in a falling wedge pattern on AVAX ever since back here in July of 2022. And we just recently here a couple of days ago to begin this year off, hit that level of resistance one more time. So we did get rejected right there. The question is, especially with this type of news of adoption of partnership with Shopify, could we see AVAX start to climb? And if so, where could it go? Let's look at our oscillators here on the daily chart. And you're going to notice that we have been flat here on these oscillators for a very long time, ever since back here early in August of 2022. And what this is setting up for us is what we call weak bullish RSI divergence. And it's been here for a very long time. Now, I would prefer if these the RSI bottoms were going to the upside while the price is going down, but I will go ahead and take any type of divergence I can get. And so that's the first thing I'm watching. We have been consistently bouncing off of about 30 on the RSI, which those of you who do technical analysis, you know that that is the level that we're kind of looking at to say that it is oversold at the moment and it should be time to go back up. Also here recently at this most recent dip of the low that we've been at for the entire year of 2022 and now early 2023, we came all the way down here towards $10.64, and we got another flash on our Luxago oscillator telling us potentially that we are oversold once again, and it was time to go back to the upside. Of course, we did reject, but the question is, can we get a little bit higher? And you'll love to see the oscillator start to show that oversold. Worst case scenario, there is one thing I'm looking at when I zoom out on AVAX, and it is, do we potentially come back down to the lows we had in July of 2021, right here around $9, and what is this, about 30 cents, give or take? If we get rejected on this red line and start to head down to set a new low on AVAX, keep your eyes on $9.30 because that would be a historical support line to find support at once again. Let's look at a couple reasons though as to why we could still be going to the upside and potentially some targets that could give us there. So you're going to see a lot of these different charts are actually calling for over 100% increase all the way up towards 23 cents. Let's start with Lux Algo. This is one of the channel favorite indicators. You don't just want to use it alone, but it is a phenomenal tool to use when doing technical analysis. And there's actually a link for it down in the description below. If you do not have it, you're absolutely going to want to get it. I use the contrarian signals, which just a couple of days ago gave us a buy signal at the bottom when we came down here to about $10.61 or so. And it's actually telling us that we could potentially take profit anywhere between about $19 as high as maybe up to 27. Now, remember, I talked about the number 23, and that's going to come back into play here. That's sitting right here in the dab smack middle. We do have the reversal cloud sitting below that point, though, so keep your eyes on that. If we start to get any type of significant rally, that reversal zone will play a little bit of a factor at stopping us. But as it stands right now, we do have a take profit level up here at the south side around $19, maybe even rallying up all the way towards 28. What's another reason why we're talking about $23 though? Let's go over and let's look at just this falling wedge pattern that I mentioned at the beginning of my technical analysis. And the way you play these out, and we've talked about this in other videos, but you go to the opening of the falling wedge pattern that goes back here in July. You go to that breakout point that let's just pretend we break out here sometime soon. This would give us a price prediction up here just below $23, up around $22.80. This is a zone. Depending on where you drew that line, you get a lot of different levels. Let's, for example, let me draw that one more time and see if I get the exact same thing, because it's never necessarily the exact same. Let me go to the peak that we had right there, and then let's pull this, extrapolate this over. Boom. That's what gives us around $23. So $22, $23, we saw Lux Algo be in that same zone. We now see the falling wedge pattern breakout call for this zone. And there's one more indicator that I'm looking at that says that this could be a potentially very important level. And that is when we pull up our Fibonacci retracement. Let's go up to that peak that we had back here in August of 2022 and come down to the bottom we just experienced a couple of days ago. You will notice that the golden pocket sitting right here between 0.618 and 0.65 is sitting where? Boom, right there at $23.39. This is three different indicators talking about if we can get a bullish breakout to finally happen. All three of them are talking about that $23 level as one to watch. So is it a guaranteed thing that we're going that high? Maybe not, but with this confluence, it's enough to make me believe potentially there's a good trade opportunity here that you could be taking profit somewhere between $20 to $23. That's completely up to you guys. Make sure you continue to do your own research. But when we have this kind of news and we have the chart showing us that we're this far oversold, right now, AVAX looks like it could be a good buying opportunity for a short-term trade. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let us know what other videos you want to see TA and news updates on, and we're going to continue to grow this channel to be the #1 informational and community-based crypto and investing channel in the entire space. We love you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.